Almost there. Whew, man. Think we're starting? Hold on. Here we go. There we are, friends. Here we are. Here we are. We're live. Almost there. All right, here we go. Hey, folks. How you doing here? Let me get... Okay, there we go. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see... Oh, hold on. Oh, I lost my chat. Let me do this. Okay. The webcam's in the way of the computer here. Hold on. Let me bring up the chat. Okay. Let me get the keyboard. We'll play games in a little bit. Oh, God. Hold on. There we go. I really need to get wireless stuff. How you doing, friends? Hey, Copper. How you doing? Good to see you, folks. How you doing, friends? Not gonna lie, I'm pretty tired. Work was crazy. Work was crazy busy. Let me get the coffee. Hold on. Work was really busy. And then it was like feast and famine. It was like busy, busy, busy. And then bam! Like about 2 o'clock, it got quiet. It got quiet. And then they sent me home about 3 o'clock. Yeah, they started sending us all home about 3 o'clock. So by 2 o'clock, everybody was done shopping for their barbecues. Hey, my friends, hold on. I gotta apologize really quick. My glasses are really dirty. Let me run over and get my eyeglass cleaner. Hold on. It's just so muggy. It's so muggy and sweaty and yucky that my glasses just feel dirty. I took Oso to the park about 5 o'clock. He needed a, and I, really? I know. Well, it's America. It's all about capitalism, my friends, That's the thing, It's like, I gotta tell you, being at work, I saw that America 250 logo everywhere. They really commercialized. Isn't wearing the hat. My birthday got commercialized, friends. Like everything that does in our country. Everything's a product. It's kind of sad. Made me kind of depressed today. I was very kind of sad about the 4th of July. I'm okay now, though. I just had a moment. I was tired. I was reflecting. I just got bombarded by capitalism. Love you, folks. Glad you're here. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Shiloh. Hi, Crispy. Hi, Copper. And, oh, God, hold on. My glasses are all blurry. I think that's it so far. Hold on, let's see. That's so much better. I need new glasses, too. I need new glasses. You got Kabuki? Cool. Okay. Well, thank you for all being here, friends. It's 4th of July, so I really wasn't expecting, our usual crowd. So we're just gonna we'll talk for a little bit, and then I'll play some Animal Crossing and open some mail. That was it. I want to go to the mall here. We got a nice mall, the Cottonwood Mall in Albuquerque, where I live nearby, and I went there. I took my mom to lunch. They had a really good sushi place inside there. I took my mom too, but I didn't walk around and go shopping. Well, because I had no money, and plus I had my mom with me, and she gets tired, because my mom. Ah, tell me about it, Ruby. Tell me about it. I came home and took a nap for like an hour, and then I took Oso to the park, because I'm trying to take Oso to the park every day now, okay? Because it's my fault he's fat, okay? It's my fault my little dog is fat, and I want him to be alive and to be around, so I'm taking him to the park. I've done it every day so far for almost a week. He loves it. He loves it. Now he's expecting it. Now I can't stop. But yes, it's nice. Me and him get to walk around, the little birds. It's nice. I love it. You guys all be careful. Yeah, it's just been so hot, so hot. I know it's, and then then I live in a mobile home too, so it's just hot. This is the hottest room. Oh, I don't even have the fan on. Hold on. I just noticed that. Look, the fan's not even moving. Yeah, he was, but then he started having hip problems. But the thing about the small dogs is, they gain it fast, but they lose it fast too. So he'll lose it really quick. I just have to be careful because he has a bad hip. So that was basically the bad hip was from, the lady who had him first that I gave $200 to and bought also from. She kept him tied to the kitchen table, and then she kept him locked in a kennel. Okay, so he pees like a puppy. Okay, he doesn't lift his leg, and the vet told me he has bad hips. Okay, he has a bad hip, so it's going to be a problem down the road. Okay, so I really try to walk him, but I can't walk him too much. So I like to take him to the park so I can walk him on grass so it's softer on his hip. Yeah, but thank you for being here, folks. As you can see, I'm making some progress and I'm getting stuff unpacked. Okay, not that yet. This is a bunch of collectible toys, like some Spawn figures from the 1990s. Basically, the same toys are hanging on the back wall. Okay, and then right here, my friends, that's like 5,000 comic books. Okay, 5,000 comic books. I've been collecting comic books since like 77. Okay, I haven't bought comic books in decades. So now the toys over here, I'm gonna sell those. Okay, I'm gonna go through them and pull a couple of more out, and then sell the rest. And then hopefully I'll have room. The comic books, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. God, it looks so animated on the screen over there. Yeah, but yeah. And then you can see I got toys hanging along the edge of the ceiling. And then I got this little portable fan behind me. It's nice. On that back shelf is all my Warhammer stuff. And then in this brown cabinet over here, hold on. In this brown cabinet over here, I got more game stuff, okay? So I got this game. Oh, you can't really see it too well. There you go. See, I got stuff in there too. Yep. And then I have I got all kinds of game stuff. But this is a game right here. Hold on. This game is called Pirates CSG. Okay. This game was made by WizKids. And I know, I'm not really planning. That terrible camera work, huh? As I'm knocking everything down. It's okay, here we go. So, this was a game that they stopped making, oh God, about 15 years ago. But a gentleman and some great people are bringing it back independently, okay? But what it was, my friends, is you would get these card packs, okay, in like a collector card pack, right? And what you do is, okay, right here, up here, and what you do is they punch out. So here's like sails, and you put them together, and they make a ship, okay? And then if you look, there's like lines. There's a red line and a white line. So that's like movement, all right? So if you look, you can see there's like stats, okay? So this guy has this guy has like 3 cannons, 4 cargo, and then it moves along, okay? And you can see the dice. So there's like little dice. So you have to beat the roll on the dice. So for example, on this one, the dice is 4. Let me show you what it. And then there's like there's like guys you put on there, and they're like crew members, okay? That takes a part of your cargo, and depending what the crew is, like for example, this guy's a fire pot specialist. That means his cannons can shoot fireballs, right? And then this guy right here is a shipwright. Okay, that means you can repair on an island. There's guys that give you extra movement, and so basically you make your ship better by the crew. Also, you have to get like gold. Let me show you a finished ship. These guys are pretty amazing. So this is what they end up looking like. Okay, is the one the sails fell off here. But these guys are pretty neat. Okay, here you go. So there you go. See, it looks pretty cool. Now this is the Cursed. So basically, it's like Ghost Pirates. Okay, and then they have like France, England, Spain. They have America. Basically, the four naval powers from the 1800s. The Cursed is like the only fantasy element. And then, say for example, when you're having your ship battles, you know, you would roll the dice, and then if you score a hit, then what you do is then you take one of the sails off, okay, and you put that to the side, and that means you have one less cannon to shoot with because your sails are your cannons. And then once all the sails are gone, then you could board the ship and you could take it. You know, it's a cool game. Hey, Nick Gamer, how you doing? Now they actually had, hold on. Now this game was a legit popular game to the point, watch, hold on. Where they actually had a Pirates of the Caribbean crossover, okay? So this was a real deal. This game won a bunch of awards. It was really neat. Ooh, funnel cake sounds good. Yeah, so they actually had a tie-in. So they had cases for all the characters, okay? And then they had ships from the movie. So in this card set, it was basically the Ghost Pirates and the British, okay? Only two sets. But you can collect, you know, now, and all the ships are random, okay? So you end up with a lot of duplicates. Now, of course, the special was, you know, the Black Pearl, which glowed in the dark. Now, these are just empty, my friends, because I have the ships in a different tin. Hey, HK, happy 4th. Yep, happy 4th. Now, I was really active in the Facebook group, and where we talk about this game, we buy and sell, and then one year, a couple years ago, I did a summer camp for the kids, right? So I made some videos where basically, you know, how to do the terrain, and then I made a bunch of labels. I was Captain Ernie, and there was First Mate Linda. And then also the Sea Dog. I had them all characters. And then what it was is I had it was mailers. And then the kids, this was for the kids. So this is for the kids of the people in the group I belong to, right? And then we had raffles. And what I did is I had like little craft projects, like how to make an island. Because in this game you had like little islands you had to float to. And so I made like 3 videos. And then what it is I would send out little mailers, okay? And then I charged them like, you know, like $10. And then it caught on, and then what happened is all the group members started like sending me cards to give to the kids, right? And I would have raffles. Hold on, let me find this one box. This box tells the whole story. So what I did I made a video. So I had these 6x6 boxes, right? So this says Treasure Island Kids Club. Enjoy the pirates' loot, my shipmates. May your games be filled with fun and adventure. So what it was is I sent the kids this little box, right? And if you look, it's like it's a piece of a map, right? So there was like a total of 12 boxes, okay? And I lined them up, and I made a big pirate map, right? And it had like all kinds of pirate stuff, ships, the pirate guns, telescopes, and then each kid got sent one of these, right? And then what I had inside was basically all the stuff that people donated to me, right? So they, these and all the, and then yeah, it was really fun. It was really a great time, and I got to get back in this group. I kind of fell by the wayside, and I, once I started YouTubing, but yeah. Hey, Naru, good to see you, my friends. I'll say hi properly in a minute. But yeah, but that's what I did before I was YouTube streaming. I used to be Captain Ernie, and basically this was across the USA, and one of these did get sent to the UK, right? And because there was some 2 kids in the UK, and we made an exception for them, and then because the group members donated and paid for the postage. This was all donations. Hey, Crystal, how you doing, my friend? Okay, hold on, folks. Let me put this stuff away. But yeah, I've always been doing stuff, okay? I've always been doing stuff, Poetry readings. I used to be in a band. I've always been active. But yeah, I'm a big collector of this. I have a lot of this stuff, Like a lot of stuff. Sometimes having too much stuff is a curse and a blessing. Mostly a curse. Okay, here we go. Let's start saying hi. Hold on. Oh, dang it. Hold on, I'm not even in there. Okay, I dropped the mouse. Give me a second here. What did I do to my stream? I totally messed it up. There it is. Hi, Classy. How you doing, Crystal? Hey, my friends. Please go check out our friends that have a channel. Go check out Copper Valor. Go check out Nick Gamer. Go check out Crispy Crafts. Go check out our wonderful friend Crystal, who has an amazing singing voice. You got a great voice, Crystal. You got a great voice. You're a wonderful person. I love you guys. Okay, hold on. I gotta say hello, because I'm falling behind. Because I was talking about my toys. I'm gonna show you some of my Warhammer stuff in a while. This is show and tell. I never grew up. You know what? Because I used to be responsible when I was younger. I've always been the responsible one, even when I was little. Okay, who else I missed? Oh yeah. Hi, Nick. I'm so sorry I'm behind on the greetings. I know, I'm pretty sure I said hi to Copper. But yeah, folks, I'm glad we're all together. Well, we're gonna play Animal Crossing 2. It's in the Switch there. I got it loaded. I just got started up. It's fun to spend a little time talking to you. Let's wear this cool hat. I had this hat for like 5 years. I only wear it on the 4th of July. I wear it a couple of times, but mostly 4th of July. You guys all doing good? It's really been hot. Hope you guys are all going to be careful. It's been really hot. Super hot. Super hot. I got those sweaty and it's hot blues. I can't keep chill and it's such a ruse. I'm so hot when you touch me I start to bruise. I can't get no relief from the sun. I feel well done, like a burger on the grill. I said I can't. I said I can't get killed. It's so hot. It's so hot. I thought it was raining, but it was only sweat. I thought it was raining, but it was my own sweat. I said it's so hot, my shoes they melt. I said I feel like a burger melt. I can't get no relief from from the sun. You touch me and I feel well done. I said it's so hot, my friend. When do we get relief? When does the heat wave end? I said it was raining, but it was only my own sweat. I thought I was standing in a puddle, but my shoes were melting, that's why it felt wet. I said I can't go outside 'cause it's 95. 5 minutes and I won't be alive. It's so hot. It's so hot. I can't get no relief. Yeah. That just made me sweatier. Oh yeah. Huh. Whoo, man. It's hot. Look, I even look sweaty. And of course, it holds the heat in. But I like this hat, you know. This is one of those little cheapo, like $6 hats. I have I have hat stands in my room, and I have a couple of fedoras, and I have some like a top hat. Hey man, how you doing? Yeah, we're just gonna hang out for a tiny bit, and then we'll break out Animal Crossing. I'm gonna open up all my mail. You guys are gonna watch me open up all my mail. Exciting. Love you, friends. Oh, God. Yep. I'm just glad you guys are here. To be honest, I really wasn't expecting anybody because, you know, 4th of July, my friends. But, you know, I don't got much going on in my life right now. It's just me, my mom. You know, I got the pets. Usually I stay home on 4th of July anyways because, you know, the fur babies, you know. I got it, you know, once the fireworks starts, Alyssa's on my lap, the cats are hiding. And they've been blasting off fireworks all week. I'm expecting a lot tonight. And I think they're, yeah, because they've been selling it, you know, and then, yeah. You guys all doing good? You guys all doing good, my friends? I hope so. I hope you're all doing well. I really do. I really do, my friends. Hold on. I opened the wrong thing. Boop. Okay, here you go, friends. Hopefully somebody in the stream gets it. There you go. Let's see who gets memberships. Oh, look, there's Triforce. I recognize that name. Hey, look! Matt just got a membership. There you go, Matt. Check that out. That's only like the second time I've seen that happen, where somebody in the stream actually gets a membership. Well, YouTube gives me 10 to give away per month, okay? So, and I tried like stretch it out like 5, and then another 5 later on, you know, maybe next week. And thank you for being members, my friends. Thank you for being members, okay? Thank you for being members. It means a lot. Oh, God, yes. There we go. Well, once we hit the half-hour mark, then we'll throw the Animal Crossing on. I got it in the Switch thing. We just got loaded up, that's all. Hey, Morgan, how you doing, my friend? How you been? Good to see ya. Let me say hello really quick. Okay, I say hi to Nick. I'm pretty sure I did. If I ever miss you guys and I don't say hello, it's just because I missed it, okay? Not because I'm a jerk, okay? It's because I didn't see it. Good to see you, my friends. Also, oh, hey, if you guys sent me a Discord thing and I never responded, I apologize, okay? I had to ask one of the young guys at the game store to help me with Discord, and then I found like all these messages people were sending me that I didn't even know were there, okay? So I apologize, okay? I'm not good at Discord, or I'm not going to lie. You know, if it wasn't for Marie, Poofy, you know, and crispy, I wouldn't have a Discord, I wouldn't have it, and I had to, I didn't build it, they built it for me. So, hearts in the chat for the Mod Squad, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have a Discord. I can build a computer, but man, I'm not good with the software. Like when I do my thumbnails, I'm still using like MS Paint, the Paint. I got a free program, but I just can't get the hang of it, I'm not good with software. Maybe it's just an age thing, I don't know. But it's okay, I make things work. I try, and I try to learn, and that's the important part. That's the important part, my friends, is that you keep on trying to learn. Because an old dog can learn new tricks, okay? Just it takes them a while. It's really hard for the old dogs. Yep, sure is. That's nice. Post a picture in the Discord. That would look really cool. Matt's Island was so impressive, my friends. On one of our member streams, I went to Matt and Angel's Kitties Islands, and they were so pretty, so creative. There's such a creative community. Sure is. Okay, hold on. Where is the remote? There it is. I gotta stop putting this on top of the black stand. Okay, here we go. Let's get busy. Let's get this started. And I actually can go. So we got Adobe now. So what I'm gonna do now is where we should be in present. Oh, hold on. Let's do this. Okay, give me a second here. Oh, I got this little tiny skin standing desk, which is a great idea, but I never stand, but it's so narrow. It's narrow because the shelf broke, but this monitor would have been too big for it anyways. I'm using like an old TV. I can actually hook up my GameCube to this TV. Okay, hold on, let me do this really quick. I can go here, let me make me small now. I don't need to be the center of attention. That'll be Animal Crossing. Alright, friends, so let's see here. Got Animal Crossing, got Disney, I got Skyrim. I haven't played the Star Fox demo yet. I'll probably do that in a couple of days. Okay, let's see. Let's go visit Adobe really quick. Hey, Jan, how you doing? I'll say hi in just a minute, my friend. Gotta pull up the chat again. Let me back up the camera here a little bit. Man, I just got all this wires here. Well, it didn't help when I was all twisting the camera around too. There we go, that's better. That's better. Okay. Hope you guys are all doing well. Yep, happy 4th to those who celebrate. Happy 4th of July. Okay, here, let's do this. Let's make it a little smaller. I don't need to be that big. Boom, there we go. That's perfect for now. That's good. That's good right there. Yeah, pretty much I just stay home on the 4th of July because Oso gets all scared. You play Poco? How is that? I wanted to play it, but I just see it. I don't have the time for another grinding game. But I watch the videos that people make, and the builds look amazing in that game. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little jealous. I'm a little jealous of the builds. She's your birthday twin? Cool. Oh, now, hold on. Now, I got to do this now. Hold on. So we're going to do this. Give me a second. So now I gotta take off my hat. I gotta make some adjustments here. Hold on. Okay. I gotta turn off the webcam so we don't get that echo. Echo, echo. Okay, hold on. Give me a second here. Let me turn off the webcam microphone. Actually, I should just turn the web. Hold on. Let me just, yeah. You hear an echo? Let's see. Switch webcam. Yeah, hold on. Just turn. Okay, there we go. That's better. I think it is. Just make sure. Nope, it sounds all right. Okay. Had to listen to the monitor there. Yeah, it sounds okay. Actually, what I should do is take it off the monitor and put it on the headphones only, and that'll keep it from. That's probably why I get an echo. It's probably from that. Okay, there we are. Now we're golden. There we go, friends. What we should do is, God, we should go present time. Hold on. Let's go present time. Everybody's gonna get mad at me because I haven't seen them in a month now. But we should go present time. Wait, back on. Okay, there we go. That way it's the 4th of July. Hey, Skinner Crossing, how you doing? And that's right, my friends, we lost Rocket, so Rocket's gone. I let Rocket go into the void, okay? I let Rocket go into the void. And now we got Dobie, which I'm really happy to have because I had Dobie before in hard mode, and I had to let him go. So I'm really glad I got him back, even though it's not the same Dobie. I'm doing pretty good, Skinner. Yeah, a little hot and tired like everybody else. Well, good. Good to see you, my friend. But since, now, Rodney's still on the chopping block, okay? Rodney's still on the move-out list. I should put him on the same island with Julian. Julian and Rodney in the same island would be awesome, actually. I love Dobie. I'm already thinking of, like, video ideas to tie in our crime story with Dobie. Oh, God, this did not stay cold long at all. Not at all. Happy 4th! Oh, yeah, Rossetti. That's okay. I'll stay away from him. He helped me once. That was enough. All right, here we go. Okay, we got Mom. Okay, first, hold on, wait. Okay. We got a gift from Shiloh. I want to express, thank you for the Switch Lite. I wish we could hold it. How cool would we if we could hold it in the game, you know? Look at all that mail, friends. Look at all that mail. So, 221 pieces. So let's open up this kind of stuff. Yeah, we'll get rid of this. We don't need to keep this stuff. I'll write you back, Mo. Yeah. You guys ever send mail to your animals? Hey, if you guys get Rocket in your camp, take a picture. Take a picture if she says I'm from Merton's Island. You don't have to take her. Just take a picture and then post it in the Discord. It'd be so neat. It would be so neat. Okay, hold on. I don't know why they don't I don't know why they don't make throw away your first option instead of keep. You know, the thing is, if they're gonna make keep your option, they should give you more room. I wish we had more than 300. It'd be nice to keep all the mail your animals sent you, you know? All of it. Okay, well, I gotta take a picture. I should just go ahead and just delete it. They're gonna send me the same letter again, eventually. See, I'm do that again, friends. There we go. Okay, I'll read it later. Okay, take the gift. Throw it away. Ooh, he has a flea. He might have a flea on him. Yeah, I'm not even taking pictures. I'm just deleting. I'll keep some. I'll delete some. These guys are my forevers anyway, so holy. I'm just gonna do a little bit, so I don't have to worry about it for at least a couple weeks. I better save his. There it is. Throw it away. Okay, that's good. That's good for now. Good for now. Okay, here we are. So Shiloh should be the first gift. The switch light, neat. I wish the animals would play with it. Mosquito model, cool. We'll have to take a look at it, see how small it looks. Wooden frame glasses, let's put those on. Neat, they look good. Argyle vest. I need some pants. Ooh, puzzle flooring. Okay, hold on. Really? Yeah. Now, our cats, Kobe's the loud one. He's the gray fluffy one. But usually, hey, what's going on, friend? I should get some pants on. Here, let me get some pants. Let me get some pants. The town's looking really good. I'm really happy with the way the town's coming out. It's looking really good. Okay. Yeah, start keeping an eye now. Now, the thing for me is, I know Rocket's going to start coming back to the hotel, saying the same thing when I let Rodney go. Yep, change. I need some pants. We need to wear some pants. There, look there. That looks sharp. Just changed my hat. That looks really good. That matches. Loving it. Okay, so pretty much, so we're gonna leave it like this. I just need to order a few more things, but we're looking pretty good so far. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put like stadium lights running along the back there, and then I'll put something blocking here, and then we'll sneak up from the back where you can't see. So that way, I'll leave like this area here where we climb up. So that way, you can't see it from the back, I mean from the front, you can see it, yeah, but we'll climb up here. I think I have stadium lights now. Let's take a look. Okay, so let's get my my closet. Now I can always put utility poles there. But thank you for being here, friends. Thank you for being here on the 4th of July. I hope you guys are being safe. Oh, I need that. It was just so hot. I need that too. Okay, we gotta place that. Nice. Okay, so let's go over here and let's do this. Where can we put the switch? Gotta put the switch somewhere nice. Okay, how about over here? Let's see. We'll find a spot. Over here by the shipping area. That's what we'll do. Right over here. Oh, I know we can put it at. Watch. Right here. This will look good right here. Right over here. Okay, let's take this. Let's pull this out. Pick that up. We're going to place it right here. That way it's on display. That looks good. Oh, I should turn it on. Wait. Oop, I can hear fireworks already. They're already blowing them off. Okay, there you go. Look, that looks good there. Yeah, I'm really bad about the mail, friends. I am not gonna lie, I am bad about it. Really bad. Okay, let's go over here and just do some minor decorating. So, I'm almost done with getting ready for the movie, okay? All I got is like some finishing touches. That's all we have left. So let's start working on that. Like finishing the street, some street poles, some stadium lights, and then I need to get some costumes. Oh, you be careful about that, Copper. Be really careful. Your state gets hotter than mine. Your state gets hotter than mine. Okay, so what we gotta do is just take this guy, and we're gonna push this. Well, we can't push it yet, huh? Wait. Okay, let's get over here. Let's get to customs. And we're looking for the crosswalk pattern. Do I have a crosswalk? This will be our crosswalk pattern then, okay. So I'll put it right here. Oh yeah, that's what you did. Okay, hold on. And then one right here. And we want it about right here. No, that's too wide. Like right here. That's better. Nope. Can I put it in between? Not really, huh? Okay, we'll put it right here. Oh, I'm messing this all up. It's okay. That's not, you know what? That's not really selling it to me. Hold on. I'm gonna look for a crosswalk pattern. That's just not doing it. That's not doing it. I'm gonna find an actual crosswalk pattern. That's what we're gonna do. Where it looks more legit. Yeah, no, that doesn't sell it. That doesn't sell it as a crosswalk. I'll find a better one. We'll look online. Hold on. Okay, let's do this. Oh, nope, wrong button. Keep on playing. Okay, let's try this. I'm not sure if I can... No, I think I have to go to the machine. I don't think I'm able to do it. Oh, there's Dovey. Let's go talk to him. Hey, Dove, how's the book coming along? It sure has. I know, I'm still goofy. All right. See, he's checking out. So basically, he's walking around the casino, thinking of the story. All right. And my friends, I hate to say, the garbage strike is still going on. Okay, negotiations between Marlowe and Tom Nook are at a standstill. Yep, not good at all, my friends. No bueno, not good at all. Okay, so what we can do is we can start putting the street in here, okay? So let's do this. So we gotta start making lanes. So we wanna do... Yeah, we're gonna do that. Hey, Petre! Come set up for that. Now I want to do like every other. Okay, that looks good that way. And then, yeah, we're going to push this car back. And now we need to put one like right here. I love city. You know, I gotta tell you, this is my favorite core. I just adore city core. Well, that rhymes. Not that I'm trying to do it, but yes, city core is my favorite. I gotta tell you, it is my favorite. Okay, I'm too far forward. Come on, Ern, let me do it. Let me move. Move. Do the fancy move, Ern. That's good like that. We should probably do one like right here. That's, oh, wrong one, hold on, wait. The right spot, but the wrong line. We need the horizontal, not vertical. That looks really good. Then there. Okay, hold on. And then we need to put one like right here. Can I go closer to the car? Okay, let's do this, hold on. Just push this car a little more right here for now. And then we need to do the line like right here. Kind of where I'm standing. Maybe like right here. No, right here. And then just get rid of this one and this one. That's perfect. No, let's go one more forward. I want the bigger street on the side you see. Hold on. Just put it this right here. We're gonna put it right here. That's better. And now we're gonna go ahead and one. Yeah, I'm gonna get a crosswalk pattern. Okay, hold on. Dang it, hold on. Go there. I gotta do every other. Skip there. What do you think, Dobie? Is that realistic? See how he's walking around the casino? He's thinking. He's thinking. He's writing out the story in his head. Okay, go. There. Skip. Go. Watch out, Mo. Skip. Oh. Oh, it's the car. The car's in my way. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's pull the car back a little bit. I wonder what they're talking about. Let's go look. Let's go eavesdrop. Well, that's because he is cool and mature, Mo. That's because he is. Dobie, he's a fan of your books, Dobe. He likes to read your books, and he's impressed and happy to meet you. That's what it is, Dobie. You see, Dobie's not used to meeting his fans. He's kind of a shut-in. See, you are, Dobie. People love your novels, my friend, and we're anxiously waiting for your next book, friend. We cannot wait for your next book. Actually, the reason why Dobie moved to Ern's, because on the last island, a fan broke into his house trying to find the book. You know, trying to see how far he got into it. And so that's why Dobie had to move here, because he had a fan. He had a fan stalking him. I'm the fan. I broke into his house to find the book. All right, Dobe. Yeah, I'm sorry about breaking into your house, bro. I totally apologize about breaking into your house. I just wanted to read your book, friend. You know, I volunteered to be your editor, but you said no. because that just means I got to read your book. You're so stubborn. God, what would I call him handsome for? Maybe I'm off the mark. He's mad at me. Okay. We get busy. I'll try to decorate. And what do these guys talk? Hey, watch out, Mo. Watch out, friend. You gotta watch out, man. Okay, back to the line. Okay. So, hold on. I gotta get lined up there. I need a backup one. There it is. Skip. Line. Skip. Line. Okay, this is where our crosswalk's gonna go. So we gotta leave that a crosswalk, okay? And I want the street wider on that side, because when we're standing here, maybe I should move it in one more. Hold on. That doesn't look as good. Let's try this again, okay? That makes the street really narrow. But that's okay. I gotta put the broken windows on stuff too. Okay, let's get rid of this one. Get rid of this one. Okay, let's change our pattern, mix it up. Yeah. I'll fix that again. Okay, so let's go over here. Now we need to push the car forward. And then I need to get like a police emblem for the car too, so you can make this a cop car. And then, okay, let's go back and finish our lines. Okay, so let's check and see where we're at. Okay, horizontal. Okay, skip, line, skip, line. Perfect, it lined up perfect. Wonderful. Okay, now let's go ahead and put our cars back. Yep. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, like Casablanca. That was such a great movie. Now Citizen Kane is having its like 85th anniversary. They're gonna play that at the movie theaters. If it plays here in Albuquerque, I want to go see it. Because of Annie? Okay. Oh, also too, the 1976 version of King Kong turned 50 as well. I'm gonna buy that. I saw that in his birthday. I cried in that movie. When King Kong died, I cried. I was in junior high school when that came out. I remember I had Dynamite magazine, and that was on the cover. Okay, so our streets are looking pretty good, okay? That's not bad. I'm really happy with that. Maybe, let's do this. Let's move this back. Hold on, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna move. Okay, let's go horizontal. And let's just do this. Hold on. No, that's too narrow. I should keep it the way it was. Yeah, oh, dang it! Not what I wanted to do. I'll fix it. It's okay. Oh God, that was loud. That was a loud one. I even heard that with the headphones. Come on, man. Cooperate, Ernie. Cooperate. Oh, that'd make a good crosswalk, huh? That'd make a good crosswalk like that. That's what I'll do. Hold on. That makes a great crosswalk, just like that. That's what I need to do. That's what I did before. Okay, remember I had a cool crosswalk without... Okay, yeah. Without having to have a pattern. I do want one, some kind of like a street pattern though. Okay, let's do this. Get right here. Okay. Just double check. Go back to line. Let's see how this looks. Maybe like right, no, right here. That looks like a crosswalk. That looks like a crosswalk. There you go. Yeah, that's the ticket. That looks like a crosswalk. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That works. That works. Ooh, that was loud. Okay, here we go. Let's drop the car down. Now, I think I have to go this direction, if I remember correctly. Nope. I gotta be facing this direction. Perfect. There we go. And then we gotta put this car back. Nope, wrong direction. I gotta be standing this way. Hey, B! Okay, this way. Okay, that's good. Okay, that looks pretty good. Got the crosswalk there. And... I should put a... No! With the dive bar's not gonna have a crosswalk. What I should do is put some barriers up here. Hold on. Let's get our closet out. We're gonna finish up the city here. Hey, Mama Cat, good to see you, my friend. Hey, thank you for leaving the comments all the time, my friend. I really appreciate it. I love you seeing your little cat in the comments. And my friends, I always love seeing you guys when you leave comments. It really helps me out in the algorithm. Mama Cat always, she always posts during my Hi, Marshall. She always posts in my Walmart 824 videos. So yeah, I make a lot of videos where I'm the Walmart guy, you know. One time I had this one guy try to do his own little narrative about, you know, being oppressed and all this and that, and I had to say, oh no, it's not like that at all, you know. I know Walmart gets a bad rap, and a lot of it is probably well deserved, but I still love them. I worked for them for 11 years, and they treated me right, so far. Okay. Alright, here we go. So yeah, so what we need now is we need some more street poles. We need, and Marshall, how you doing, Marshall? You're another person who works all the time. So I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're all having a good night. I'm glad you're all hanging out with us, my friends. I'm glad we're all hanging out. Means a lot. Okay, so now I should have put that bug in that. Okay, let's do this. Let's get something out. So we're looking for stadium lights. We're looking for the road barriers. We're looking for some more telephone poles. Just cityscape stuff, you know. Oh, here we go. We'll get this. And then, hold on. We're going to get the rest of the trash. We're going to put all this trash out. All of it. Yeah, might as well get it all out. Okay, I can put that there. Another clothesline. Okay, let's get these other guys here. Alright. And then, let's see. I need these guys. These are some of my favorite items. The cones, I love these. Need a bulldozer. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's start dropping off some more trash. Okay, so first, again, I love this little pattern. It's so nice. Okay, we're gonna go right here, and this, I should be able to drop that oil tub bathtub down. Yeah, that's such a neat item. Okay, we're gonna drop that there. Okay, let's go. Okay, hold on. And then let's go right here. And let's drop. I love these rescue. No, it's too bad we couldn't dress these guys. How cool would it be if we could put clothes on them, you know? Watch out, Mo. Oh, you're not Mo. Who are you, friend? You're like some kind of visitor guy, huh? Okay, hold on. This goes here. And then... where's the other one? Okay, he's gonna go right here. And then, let's see here. We're gonna put a trash bag like right here. Let me pull him out of the way for a second. We should push him more this way. There we go, that looks good. Just like that, all right. And then just get some trash bags. I really wish they would have had, you know, basically, it would have been nice if they would have had, let's see what's in our pockets. Like we do when we're looking in the closet. That would be so nice, you know. That would be so nice if we had that. Now, unfortunately, my friends, with all this trash piling up, we got this hobo encampment, which is really embarrassing, you know, because we're going to be having the summer games. We got a trash strike. We got a hobo encampment. It's really terrible. It's really making the city look really bad, you know. I got to tell you, my friends, when Ern's Isle was brand new, it was a gem. This city was like the light on the hill. But I got to tell you, my friends, Ern City has it's seen better times. I'm embarrassed to say, Ern City has seen better times, friends. I got a garbage strike. You know what? Hold on. I'm not gonna lie, my friends. Ever since we got the casino, it's been bad news, friend. Yep. The casino, it's been a blight. The casino has been a blight on the island. Everybody's addicted to gambling. They can't pay their bills. You see these guys? They used to have jobs, my friend. They're gambling addicts. Yep. I catch them digging through the trash can, looking for scratchers. You know, these guys are cashing in bottles and cans, hoping they can buy a lottery ticket and buy their way out. It's so sad, my friends. You know, I thought the casino was going to be good for the island. I thought it was going to be good. You know, it's good for the tourists. But man, the people that live here, it's just brought nothing but despair. Nothing but despair and poverty. It's terrible. You know what? I'm ashamed to admit that it's my fault. You know, I let Tom Nook talk me into it. You know, Tom Nook called me to the office. He said, "Ern, you know, we got to make sure the island's good for the hotel. We're a big deal now. You know, so let's get a casino." You know, I knew it. You know, once he started talking to Marlo on the phone, I knew it. I knew we were gonna have problems. I knew it. You know, the casino, all the good jobs are gone. You know, the good store's gone. Now we got this terrible store that doesn't even sell vegetables. You know, the only vegetables I have on the island are at the prison work farm. I'm so embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed at the state of my island. I should resign. Now, I was thinking about resigning, I was thinking about resigning, but Dobie talked me out of it. He said, Ern, I said, this town, this city is drowning in corruption, Ern. It's drowning in corruption, and you got to be the mayor. You got to be a tough mayor. No more Mr. Nice Guy, you know. No more please. You know, I got to be a tough mayor. Hold on. You know what? Wait a minute. Yeah. Because, you know, I can't deal with this. I cannot deal with this. You know, these are supposed to be for the tourist. You know, here I am. You know, these guys are sleeping in the bathroom. Nobody, here you go. These guys are sleeping in here, and they're using this like a toilet, you know. Nobody wants to go in the telephone booth because it stinks in there now. It's terrible. I mean, I feel bad for these guys, you know, but they shouldn't have been gambling away their money, you know. I mean, I do feel bad for them, you know. It's an addiction. They can't help it. I tried to get them help. I'm not going to lie. I had a heart-to-heart talk with these guys, and I said, you know, man, you guys are, you know, mannequins, you guys, you know, you guys are important. You're important to the training of this island, and here they are, you know, just wallowing in poverty and filth, sleeping in trash. See, I try to tell them, you lay with the trash long enough, and you become the trash. Breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. It's not looking good, friends. It is not looking good at all. You know, I tried to negotiate with Marlowe, but you know, he ain't having it, friends. He wants cash. He wants money that I don't have for the island, you know. Now, when he took this on, he told me that it was going to be a cost-saving venture, and that, you know, and that the recycling would pay for everything, and that we would have a tourist tax, and that would pay for everything. And then as soon as he got here, you know, it got bad, my friends. He started charging me per bag. I can barely keep up with it. And then all this different trash started, like, to see this yellow trash? This is not from my island. This is medical waste. This is not from my island at all. Now, these blue bags, that's recycling. That's from me. And these black bags, that's from the hotel. But, you know, these yellow bags and these barrels, that's different trash. I don't even know how it got on my island. Don't even know how it got here. But I tell you, ever since it's been here, everybody's been getting sick. Everybody's been getting sick. You know, I don't have a hospital. It's just, I'm really worried about the animals. You know, the other day I was petting our dog Bay, you know, and then a big old thing of hair came off of my hands. She's losing her hair, my friends. All this trash is toxic. This is toxic trash. It is. It is toxic trash, my friend. It's terrible. I don't know what to do. And then when I talked to Tom Nook about it, it just escalated, my friends. It's escalating. It is escalating. Tom Nook is furious. Now, I tried to tell him about the hobo encampment. I say, Tom, man, these guys are people. They're broken people, and they deserve help, you know. We got to help them. We just can't expect them, you know. We can't expect them to, you know, just to leave, you know. They're people. And what does he do? He puts down a bulldozer. He's going to make me bulldoze the encampment. So these guys got till midnight tonight. And if they're not gone by midnight, oh, shooting star. If these guys aren't gone by midnight, I'm supposed to bulldoze this encampment. I don't even want to do it, my friends. I feel terrible about it. I was actually in the dive bar, just drowning my sorrows. Yeah, it's terrible, friends. It is no bueno. No bueno. You know, I thought being a mayor
was going to be the best thing, you know. I just wanted to help my animals. And now I got the mob. I got the mob. You know, I'm never going to get rid of Marlowe. Never. Never going to get rid of him. I'm stuck with that little rodent. I'll get a phone call later on saying I need to apologize for dishonoring him and speaking ill of him. You know, that's why I didn't mention Marlowe. You know, I was trying to say Milo, you know, Angel Kitty's dog, figuring you guys would get the hint, you know, like, you know, that was close enough in you know, in name, but you know, it's not good, my friends, it's not good. It is not good. And then, you know, Marlowe called Tom Nook and said, "You better get rid of that bulldozer, Tom. I'm gonna get you some concrete shoes." And then Tom was thanking him about the shoes. And then when Marlowe hung up, I had to explain what concrete shoes meant. And then, you know, I figured, you know, maybe Tom would pull back. But no, man, we're gonna double down. Tom is gonna double down on this, friend. He's gonna double down on it. He was like screaming, pounding his fist on the desk. What? He's gonna threaten me? Marlowe's gonna threaten me? Who does he think he is? Who does that little rodent think he is? I'm Tom Nook. And it was weird, dude. Tom Nook started cussing like a sailor. I was embarrassed. I was so embarrassed to hear it. Oh, God. Thank God I wasn't on stream. Or YouTube would have pulled my thing. Yep. Sure would have. Now I forgot. Oh, yeah. Doubling down. I don't blame you for drinking, my friend. This island's terrible. It used to be a paradise. You know, I used to be so proud of my island. It used to be a paradise. Used to be a fun place everybody wanted to come to. Now it's just like, I don't know. It's disheartening, friends. It's so disheartening. The things that Tom Nook makes me do now, and then Marlowe's always threatening me. I don't know, friends. I don't think it's worth it. I tried to play different games, but then I got a phone call from Tom Nook saying, "Hey, Ern, how come you're not playing Animal Crossing?" Tried to explain to him, you know, it's just too dangerous to play this game now. It's just too dangerous to play Animal Crossing. Used to be a fun game. Used to be a fun game until I built the casino. Yep, midnight tonight, friends. We got till midnight tonight. And then it all hits the fan. Hey, Grandma Shark, how you doing? Here, I gotta put the safety barriers up so nobody gets hurt. Meaning the tourist. Yeah. Tom doesn't care about the broken souls in that hobo encampment. He can care less. Because you know, they don't generate revenue anymore. Not like the tourists do. Not like the tourist. Just got done working? Good, my friend. Well, I'm glad you're here. Cozy on up while I depress you about my city. My city is just, you know, that's what happens, my friends. You know, when you're a city core island, you have city core problems, my friend. You got a dive bar, and this is the most sad part is, you should be ashamed of yourself, shopkeeper, for selling all this processed food. There's not even canned vegetables. It's all like cocktail weenies, potato chips, you know, it's all like stuff that's really bad for you, but delicious. Yep, you should be ashamed, dude. You're a food oasis. Oh, you're a food desert, I'm sorry, food desert. The food oasis, that's over there by the hotel. You know what? I'm in a cheap beer mood. I'm in a cheap beer mood. Yep, yep, yep. Hold on. I got those city time blues. I've been paying my dues. I thought it was a good idea to have a casino. I thought it'd be a fun place to go. I got into a predicament with Marlowe. I got nowhere I can go, my back's against the wall. When your city call, you got city problems. I got crime all the time. The tourists don't see it, all they see is the glory. They're not here long enough for the sad story. All the good jobs, they gone away. I'm here in the dive bar, drinking it all away. Nothing good in the store next door. Cigarette butts, they litter up the floor. I got the Earn City blues. Here I am paying union dues to trash men that never show up. I'm drinking cheap beer, that's what's filling my cup. I got city core problems, I got crime all the time. I don't want to be a mayor no more. At midnight, I gotta tear down the homeless encampment. They're just nothing but broken souls, you know. I got Marlowe and Tom Nook fighting for control. I'm stuck in the middle, I'm tearing my hair out. Here I am with my back against the wall. When I'm trying to walk, I can only crawl. I got crime all the time. I got criminals in a prison. I got a famous crime writer on my island, telling the world how bad my city has become. I said, what's happened to my island? It used to be so much fun. When you got a city called island, you got city problems. All right. Well, you know what? Only way I'm going to solve this problem is by tackling it head on. Good to see you, friends. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Oop, no room. No room at the inn. There you go. Thank you for being a member for 10 months, Matt. Thank you. I appreciate it, my friends. Hey, thank you all for being members. And it really helps me out a lot. I really appreciate it, you know. And if you have anything you want to see in the member section, let me know, okay? Just please let me know. You know, in the section there, you know. And we're going to be having, oh, look, we got Shooting Stars. So basically, my friends, the second and last Thursdays of the month are our member streams, okay? Okay, now we need to go ahead and start putting the stadium lights in the back here. So you can tie this off. All right. Hold on, I need to face in the other direction. Hold on. I need to stand this way. There we go. That's gonna look really good. I remember on my first island when I had like, oh, I don't know. Oh, don't do that, or I didn't want to do that. I had like this crazy amount of these guys where it just lagged out my island big time. Okay, right there is good. Okay, we got right here. And then we'll drop another one. And I'm glad you're all here, friends. Okay, good, good. He probably sent me a dead fish out to the newspaper, telling me I'm going to swim with the fishes. I'll check the mailbox right now. Actually, I'm kind of scared now. Don't tell me you're involved with Marlo, Shiloh. Don't slip into that criminal underworld, friend. It might look glamorous, but it never comes to a good end, you know? You've seen all the gangster movies. Okay, that's perfect. That's gonna look good. Okay, come on. There it is. Oh, too much. Let's go ahead. Oh, we got look at a little cute dog, little cute Dalmatian. Okay, that looks good right there. And then, okay, hold on. Let's take this light pole. Pull this. And we got to make sure we can get in with the ladder, okay? I don't know. When I was talking to him on the phone last night, you know, he didn't sound too nice to me, my friend. He was making threats. Like the kind of stuff you see in the gangster movie threats. Okay, let's put that there. Okay, hold on, we're gonna pull this one back. And then, can we still get up the ladder? Okay, let's see if we can get up the ladder. Perfect, we still can. Okay, so now we gotta do like this now. Watch, we can take this. Hold on. And we gotta move this guy like right next to this. Let me stand here and I'll drop it here. That's perfect. Now, let's see, make sure the ladder works. Okay, that's good. That's good. That works perfect. And then we gotta block this off with something. So let's do that. Let's get something out of the closet really quick. See, that way you can't tell from the movie that there's a gap there. So this is how we're gonna break in during the scenes. Okay, let's get my closet. Thank you for being here on the 4th of July, friends. Thank you for being here. You know, I really appreciate it. Especially on the 4th of July night, my friends. You know, I know there's a lot going on. And I really appreciate the fact that you guys are here. Okay, there you go. Trash bag. And then another trash bag like right here. Okay, perfect. And then, yeah, looks good like that. Okay, and this get, now we need to block off. Well, I can always put utility poles up there. Hold on. Let's see what, okay, so we're done. We'll just put some stuff away here. Okay, let's keep that. Okay, now let's go ahead and get out. Let's do this. Let's get out, okay, what can we use? What would look good? Oh, the computer servers. That would look good. Hold on. That would work really well. Watch. And I got enough of those. Okay, let's get those. Okay, that would work good. Okay, we're gonna do it like this, watch. Just take that with me, just in case I need it. Okay, let's get up there. Oh, look! Oh, it's a leaf bug up there. Oh, I should get that. Look how cool he looks. I need him. I gotta start working on my museum. I need to start working on actual island stuff. Actually, hold on. Let's put this here, and I'm thinking we can do like this. Watch. Okay, put that like that. We're gonna push all these back one. Hope I can hear more fireworks. Okay, let's move this. And then we're gonna push this back. Can I push that back? Hold on. Oh, dang it, hold on. I gotta move a bunch of stuff out of the way first. I don't want to pick it up, so I'm just gonna pull it out. We'll scoot it out. Okay, we're gonna pull this whole part out right here. Push that back some more. I should be able to pull this. Perfect. Go here, here, here. Not good. There you go. That's perfect. Now let's go back here and push all this stuff back now. Okay. Yeah, that works. And then what I'll do is I'm going to put the servers right like this. Hold on. So let's take this guy. Let's push this back. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you guys I hope your animals aren't going to panic too much. It's still pretty early over here. So, but it's going to get pretty crazy. I know it's going to. It's going to get crazy. Okay, we're going to put that right there like that. See, that looks good like that, okay? And then we're going to take a server and we're going to put one right here like this. Put that like that. Okay. And then we'll put a couple of servers right here. These are such great items for decorating with. Hold on. Let's do this. Maybe just 2. We're gonna do like this. Oh, dang it, I didn't want to do that. Hold on. I did not want to do that. Let's put that back. Okay, jail bars. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna do this. We're gonna put 2 servers right here. Because you gotta see these from the front. These are more of a cool front item. Put one right there. And then we'll put another one right here. Because the casinos always have their computers behind the bars, you know. Because all their slot machines all run on this. And we'll put another one right here. And then we'll take those extra safes and we'll put those in the back. That's nice. That makes it like a nice wall. And then we're going to take the safes and we're going to face them this direction. Just so it makes it look, you know, like more of a realistic cash room. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll get the briefcases and we'll put them facing the other direction and we'll have them open as well. Nope, there's more fireworks. Okay, that goes there. Another, so that's perfect. You can see it. That lines up nice. Should have one more. Yeah, that's gonna look good. You see, that looks good. Yeah, that's gonna look good. I can always put some tables or something right here. Let's do that. Hold on. Okay, where is my closet again? Okay, so let's put the servers away. We're done with those now. So, hi, Grandma Shark. How you doing? Yes, you say so there. That's just a way to launder. Okay, since it's a cafe and it's a lot of cash purchases, that's a perfect vehicle for laundering money, Shiloh. If you haven't seen enough crime movies, you know that's the case. Yep. I don't think I missed anybody else, did I? Okay, no. I'll check the mail in just a second, Shiloh. Okay, let's get a table really fast, okay? Get something out. So what I'm thinking, maybe like a desk. And then, hold on, a desk, like a little waste basket, and then some tabletop items. Maybe like a phone, and something that looks like books. We got more trash cans. These are city trash cans. You need to put these around the city. Little waste basket. Okay, hold on. We're looking for... Okay, we got that now. And then, oh, we need a stool. Yeah, we don't need a stool. It'll be okay not to have one. And then we need tabletop items. So we're looking for... Hold on. We're looking for the fax machine. I think I have that. Let's see, hon. Homework set. And then a telephone would be good. Do I need an editor? No, my friend, I do my own editing, but thank you for asking. I'm not really that, ooh, okay, hold on, that works right there. Hey, welcome to my stream, my friend. Thank you for showing up. Okay, that's pretty good right there. Okay, that's good. But we are, speaking of, that you mentioned editor, my friend, what we're doing is we're making a movie. So let me tell you what we're doing, friends. So, oh, dang it, hold on. Don't change. I forgot, I gotta do this. We gotta, okay. So what we're doing, my friends, is we're gonna be making an Animal Crossing movie. So what I'm building right now is the sets. And then starting really soon now, because we're almost there. One more stream and then we'll start filming. Then on Saturdays on our live streams, you guys will come over and you'll be my background actors. And then you guys will have costumes, you'll do certain things. Oh, my friend, I know. I wish you know what? I really wish I could afford a professional editor. But thank you for deleting that, Crispy. Yeah, no self-promotions, please. You'll find that most people, like myself, who are YouTubers, we kind of tend to be like a one-man workforce. Because unlike the bigger streamers, we can't afford that kind of stuff. Dude, I wish I was at the spot to pay people. Now, if I was going to pay people, the first people that would get paid would be the mod squad. Yeah, but we're almost ready to start filming, my friend. Almost. Starting, we got one more stream where we do the final touches, and then on that stream, I'll do a little bit of lore, and then we'll get started. Well, I forgot, I gotta do this from the side. But you know, there's people, you know, there's some streamers that just have like a whole production crew. And that's just totally wild. that there's some people who actually had that kind of success. Now myself, I'm happy that I have what I have, my friends. I'm happy to have you guys, you know, as my friends. You know, I'm totally happy that that I've been doing this for like 4 years, and that you guys keep coming back, and that we can have all this fun together. It means a lot. Means a lot. Now this trash is secure trash, my friend. So they got to make sure that these trash cans do not fall into the hands of the general public. I should put a steel trash can there. That would look better. And then we'll flip it. Oh, hold on. Not that one. Pick that one up. No, no, no. No, we're not going to toss nothing. Let's put the little rattan one there. Last one. Oh, DJ, please, my friend. You gotta stop. You gotta do no self-promotion, my friend, okay? You gotta follow the rules, my friend. That's what rules are there for. Alright? Okay, that's gonna work out perfect now. Okay, and now this is where we get down right here. So we're gonna put another utility pole like right here. Okay, here we go. Yep. For me, editing is pretty fun. I like editing. I would like to get better at it. Now, I just do the video game editing, so it's okay. But I would love to, my friends, what my dream is, and me and my best friend Jesse keep talking about it, we want to make like a 10-minute zombie movie. Just a 10-minute zombie movie. And so we were talking about it, but we just got to work out the logistics. Probably closer to Halloween when we can buy all the stuff in the stores. Okay, this is looking pretty good. See, now the casino thing looks all locked off. It looks really nice. That's going to work out really well. That looks good. That looks good. What else do I have in my pockets, friends? Oh, I got more trash cans. That's right. So, let's see. We're gonna take these guys. Hold on. We're gonna put these right here. And then the city ones. Now that one I need to put by the front. Those are nice trash cans. Okay, these are garbage cans. These guys will go here. Just like that. We'll put 3 of these guys down. Yep, there's rules, my friend. Rules for a reason. They keep us all safe. There you go. That's good there. That looks good. Gotta make sure we keep that path clear. That looks good. Okay, and now we need our city trash cans. So let's go ahead and put one here on the corner. Put that one there, okay. That looks, and we're good. That looks good. And let's put another one over here by the tourist area. Thank you for that. Oh, I'm gonna check my mail right now too, Shiloh. Actually, no, just put this over here. Hold on. This is such a nice neighborhood. They should have their own like little trash can. Where can I'll put it right here. Not there, not that one. We're gonna turn it. Hold on, you gotta turn it. And then push it this way. Oh no, that's wrong. There it goes. That's really cute. Like that. That looks good. That looks good. I got a lot more cats to lay around. Hey Dell, what's going on, friend? I know, it's been a while. Hey, Oso Poso, you wanna sit in my lap? No, I got something for you, bro. This is for you. He's gonna love this, watch. He is gonna love this. Check this out, friend. It is. Yep. Well, I'll tell you why. Well, what I want you to do with it later, okay? Tell you later. Oh yeah, that's a fair trade, my friend. 100,000 bell server for a shirt. Totally a legit trade. Ooh, I like it. Look, it matches. Looks like I should be working at an ice cream shop. How are we doing on time, friends? Wow, hour and 40 minutes already. Crazy. You want to sit on my lap, little boy? Come here. Are you on your pillow? You sitting on your pillow, little boy? Let's see if you can see him. Hold on, watch. He's back there by the fan. Say hi, also. Say hello. You can see him back there. The black and white spots. I love that little dog so much. Love that little dog so much. Oops. Gotta knock all this stuff down. Okay. Gotta check the mail. Thank you for being here, friends. Thank you for being here on the 4th of July. I know there's a lot of stuff going on, you know, so I appreciate it. You know, myself, I didn't have much going on. Hi, I'm glad you did, Mama Cat. We're not done yet, my friends. Not done yet. Okay, we gotta check the mail. You gotta see what kind of bribe Marlo gave Shiloh to give to me. You got you this. All right. Hey, Louise. I'll pick him up so you guys can get a closer look. Hold on. So good to see you, my friends. So good to see you. Hold on. I'll get him in a second. Okay. Okay, we take that. Ooh, what kind of head is that? Is that like a horse head in my bed, like from The Godfather? I'm getting Godfather vibes from that. I'm getting the big-time Godfather vibes. Why would you send me just a head? A bunch of, so he's gonna get my island all strung out on drugs. Is that what you're telling me, Shiloh? That he's a drug lord now? That he's gonna get my whole island hooked on, he's telling you it's medication. Oh dude, he's gonna get the populace all hooked. Dude. Hold on. Let's try this platoon head thing on here. That's a cute little bug. Hold on. I'm gonna have to make a pattern like that, like a horse head to put on the blanket. I'm gonna try to draw that for like the custom. Okay, let's see here. I don't know, Shiloh. Dude, where'd you get this cool shirt? Where did you get this raggedy shirt from? I love it. I don't know, bro. That looks very addictive. Whatever that is, that looks addicting. Addicting. Okay, let's go set it up. I gotta set up a little, here we go. Hey, shop owner, you're a dispensary now. Yep, that's what you are. Oh, no, you're selling, I'm sorry. You're a pharmacy now. Now you're a pharmacy, okay? They're a pharmacy now. I don't know. Shiloh, I don't feel good about this, my friend. I don't feel good about having this medicine in this pharmacy. I don't feel good about it, my friend. I don't know, dude. I'm gonna have all my animals walking around asking me for change by next week. I know, Shiloh. It looks pretty neat. Thank you for sending me that. It looks pretty cool. I love the raggedy clothes. Yep. But okay. Okay, guys, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. Oh, hold on, wait. By this time next week, you're gonna have all my animals are gonna be begging. They're gonna be begging for change. They're gonna be trying to break into my house. I don't know, man. Medicine. Where's the medicine label at? This doesn't look like medicine I've seen before, friend. You know, I work at Walmart and I shop in the pharmacy. I don't know, bro. I don't know, Shiloh. See, you gave me this cool shirt, you gave me this cool wig, you're making me feel good by myself, and then here's the real poison right here. We'll try it out and see how it goes, okay? I'm not trusting Marlo. I'm not trusting Marlo at all. Okay, hold on. What did I just do? I'm so sad for my city. Greedy Animal City. Marlo, the drug lord's giving me medicine. Going to get the animals all strung out. I said I worked AP long enough to know this is not going to go well. It's not going to go well. By this time next week, my animals are going to try to break into my house. Going to ask me for change. Going to be queuing the car windows. I'm going to have so much crime all the time. I said, Marlo, Marlo, I curse your name. I said, Marlo's to blame. I said, my island's looking sad. Now I've got a pharmacy, it's looking bad. All my animals going to be all strung out. Asking me for change all the time. Watch out, Earn City, watch out for the crime. When you got city core, you got city problems. Oh no, friends, it's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad. Oh man, are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of yourself, Maurice? Are you proud? It was bad enough that you didn't have healthy food. Now you got this medicine. Oh yeah, man. Hey, I'll be back later to try it out. Only to make sure it's safe for my animals, okay? Only to make sure it's safe for my animals. Yep. Hold on, friends. Hey, guys in the hobo encampment, you only got a couple of more hours before I have to bulldoze. Tom Nook is serious, friends. We're having the summer games, and I can't be having this mess. Yep. And Marlo is playing hardball. Not only is we have a garbage strike, now he's bringing in illicit drugs. Oh, I'm sorry, medication for my animals. Yeah, I gotta watch what I say, because I'll end up with concrete shoes. Who are you, friend? Hey, B! Oh God, it's been so bad. I need you. I need your help. Really? I would love to go flamenco dancing with you. Do I have anything I can give her? Hey, sweetie pie. It's not okay. The island's hurting. The island's hurting, B. It's hurting. I should have never got the casino here. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'm worried about those gold bars, my friend. I told Tom Nook it was a bad idea to put gold bars out there. Really? Okay. I kind of think it more like an oppressor. Who knew she was into capitalism? Alright, here we go. It's looking good. We're looking pretty good. So we got this going on. So I got to get a custom pattern to make that into a police car. We're almost done. I think all I really need to do now is just basically get us costumes. We got to plant some, hey Dobie, we got to plant some crops in the prison work farm. And then you guys will be in the cells. It's looking pretty good, friends. It's looking really good. So we got one more live stream, and then we're going to start filming. So we can get the finishing touches up. Now, if you look here, this is for our fight scene, okay? So I'm going to put these in the street as well, okay? So wherever there's going to be a fight scene, this is where you guys fall down like you guys are in a fight. I love you, friends. You guys do not know how important you are to me, okay? Because, you know, my life's pretty lonely. You know, all my friends live 60 miles away. My real life friends I see in person, you know. And our friendships are kind of fading because we're so far, you know, and it's hard. It's hard, you know, and then it's just like, you know, if it wasn't for you guys, I'd be going crazy. I'd be going crazy. This is looking pretty good, friends. I do want to build like a little beachside restaurant, like maybe like over by here, like I had before. Rossetti took it down, but that's my only. You know, maybe, you know, this would make a good restaurant. Maybe right here on the rocks. How would this look? Like a little restaurant here, put some tables, and then we can make a little cooking area over here. I got to get back on, you know, getting to 4 stars. A lot of stuff I got to get back to again. Do I have a net? Okay. More fireworks. Let's see if we can catch them. It's hard because that tree's in the way, but I need this guy. I gotta get caught up on my bugs. Ooh, got him! Caught him blind! Nice. I didn't get the yes, I must have had him already. But we still have a lot of territory on the island that's still undeveloped. I always like to leave part of my island just kind of natural, you know. Undeveloped. I will make a golf course here again eventually. I need my golf course. That's what I gotta build. I remember I used to shake the trees every day. I'm not gonna lie, my friends. You know, pretty much, you know, I'm only playing, you know, day before my stream or on the stream. I know a lot of you guys don't play Animal Crossing as much either. You know, I love this game. I'm gonna be playing it forever though. You know, I just love this game. I'm gonna play it till the clock runs out. What's that? Like, I know at a certain time point the clock doesn't move forward anymore on this game. Okay. I needed to keep that there. That was a decorative weed. Yeah. But like I said, we're gonna be bringing back Disney back in the rotation. In fact, I'm gonna be playing some of that tonight, because since I had Rocket in boxes, I had to make sure that I didn't play Disney at all. I'm doing pretty good, Nick. I hope you guys are doing good as well. It's been pretty hot, my friends. New Mexico gets really warm. It gets pretty hot over here. And I hope you guys are safe. Now, our poor friends in Europe are having this horrible heat wave, and they're not made for it, my friends. Their homes are not made for the heat wave. This is looking pretty good. I'm very happy with the island. I'm very happy with everything. I never thought I would delete my original island, friends. You know, I never thought I would delete, the original Urns Isle that I had for like 5 years. You know, I had a lot of animals on there that were, hey, speaking of animals, you should see who's at the hotel. You gotta start checking the hotel every day now. Or not every day, but every time I play. So you can start being on the Rocket Watch. There's our friend Juan signing on. Let's see who's here. Okay, Marina, Tom, Snake, Dottie, Tammy, Marshall, Sherb, and Porty. Okay, all right. We'll come visit when Ooh, what's this? Oh, this is a nice gate. Hey, Grams. Yes, I need that. I got it. Deal. And I need this as well, too. I should get a bunch of these and give them to the residents. Yep, deal. Okay, perfect. All right. Okay, friends, hold on. Let me get also put them on the lap here. Yeah, we're just about there, friends. We're just about ready to start making this little movie. So we'll have one stream. I just put the finishing touches. I'll talk about the storyline, and then I'll drop costumes down, and then we'll start. And so how it's going to work is basically I'll have costumes in the area we're not filming, and then you'll put your costumes on, and then we'll go to our set. I'll do the direction, and then when you guys are doing that, you guys can only use emoticons. Only emoticons, no speech balloons. Now, we will have a part where you guys are going to get to have speech balloons, okay? But you guys are going to say the dialogue I tell you to, okay? That's only going to be in one scene. When we have our prison riot scene, then you guys can have a speech balloon, okay? And then we're going to have certain people are going to be having some, oh God, I'm sorry. I'm trying to move my leg. And then, okay, so hold on, let's sit down. Oh, dang it, I hate when I do that. You know, don't I really wish? I wish we had like a clear coat. I wish we had a way of keeping the custom patterns from not getting ruined. Okay, let's fix that really quick. Luckily, that's an easy fix. Okay, so the first thing is, okay, let me sit down. Okay, hold on, friends. Okay, hold on. So the gnomes And the little stand I'm in, that's from the original Ern's Isle. I only saved 5 things from my original island. And thank you, Angel Kitty, for holding those for me. It's gonna be great, Matt. Okay, we're gonna talk about the movie here. So let me make this really big here. This is good. Because we're gonna talk for about 20 minutes. We'll go like 2.5 hours max, okay? So this is gonna be the talking part now. We talked in the beginning. We played some games. There's not much more I can do on the island right now, okay? Let me get my little dog. Hold on. Hey, little... Oh, he's gone. He probably went to go sit with my mom. So, yeah. So that's what I love about being in the mobile home now. Instead of the 2-story house in Santa Fe, is that he was stuck upstairs all the time, and I would have to carry him downstairs. The great part about being in the mobile home is also can run around and follow me everywhere, which he does. He's my little shadow. Okay. Hold on. Let me pull up the chat. I keep looking over this. The webcam is like right here, friends, and it's blocking the control panel for the computer here, so that's why I keep moving back and forth to try to see what I'm doing, okay? Okay. Alright. Not gonna lie, friends. This project, I was kind of apprehensive about it, okay? Now, you know, in my first 2 movies, you know, my soon-to-be ex-wife was the voice, you know, Queen Linda, okay? And so next month is our wedding anniversary, okay? And this is going to be our 2nd anniversary where we spent it as a non-couple, okay? Now, pretty much the divorce is imminent. Now we're just got to get the paperwork done, okay? And so it was really kind of hard for me to get this because I love making these movies. I like making projects where you guys are involved, okay? Because it makes the channel like belong to all of us. You guys are my actors. I always treated my Animal Crossing kind of like a novella, like a soap opera, okay? And that's how I've always approached it, you know. Now the thing is like when I mention, when I see something in Animal Crossing, I kind of want to be unique. I want to have like my little imprint, you know, because I'm not as good as a designer as a lot of these ladies are. There's so many talented people designing. There's so many talented ladies designing in this game. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm an okay designer. I'm good for like city stuff and wacky things. But when it comes to making pretty stuff, it's hard for me, but I try. I'm getting better. So when I started doing the Animal Crossing, I wanted to be kind of like Seinfeld, like a TV show where me and the animals were stars. And yep, I love Scooby-Oo. And so yeah, so that's how I've been doing my stream. And basically, you know, I act like myself. So basically, this is how I act in real life, okay? The snappy guy. I basically, when you guys, you're getting to me, okay? Because I always said before, I don't like to pretend to be a character, you know, for a YouTube persona, because then you hate that character, because you have to pretend and you don't get to be yourself. Now, I'm generally a pretty happy guy all the time, but I have my moments, you know. And so like I had a coworker ask me today, like, do I ever get mad? Because they see me so calm. And I said, yeah, I get mad. And, you know, and I'm like Mr. Hyde, you know. And it takes me a while to get mad, but I get mad. Now, the reason why I'm in such good control of my temper is, hey, Stacy, good to see you. I'm in such good control of my temper because I have to be for my heart. And I also had to be control of my temper because of when I worked AP, because I couldn't just be yelling at these guys, right? And so I'm a very calm person, and I'm very Spock-like, very logical. So, and let's get back to the point of it. So the point about it is the interaction and how I approach this like a TV show, you know. And I think it's fun that way. I think it's fun when we pretend. And I'm so, hey Stacy, good to see you, my friend. So I'm so glad you guys are like part of the joke, you know, that you're part of the skit, that you get it. My friends watching the replay, go check out our amazing friends that stream. Crossing Maniac, Christy Crafts, Shiloh's Gaming Corner, Demo from the Future, Nick Gaming, Poopy Crossing, Classy. Go check out Princess of Pineapples, Nana A Gaming, Nana A, Mom's Animal Crossing. We got so many wonderful friends. But yeah, more fireworks going off. But yeah, I love making these movies, but I'm not gonna lie, my friends, I didn't know how I was gonna do it. And I still have to edit the other movie down, okay? Into the Josie and the Pussycats. The Jose and the Kitty Cats. Because that's what I did with our movie. I edited it down. It's in the computer. It's in the editing program. And I'm just having a hard time. Because it reminds me of me and my ex breaking up, But I'll make it because it's cathartic. It's very good for me to get this done and out. It's like closing the door and wrapping it up. And this next movie is going to be like a healing thing too. It just makes it kind of hard because me and my ex-wife were together for like our whole lives. I was 14, she was 15, and so we could improvise off each other so well. And I just, and it's going to be hard to replace that, but we can do it. So I'll be contacting people pretty soon. Now, we got like the whole summer to do this, So we got like July, August, maybe September before this comes out. It's no rush. The last two movies took us 2 to 3 months of filming, and then it takes me like a whole month to edit. But what I did last time around is I edit as we go, and then we film. We're gonna film in sequence. Yep, I can hear them. But I gotta tell you, my friends, all of you friends got me through this difficult time. And the reason why I talk about it is because I'm like an open book, and it's hard for me to not be expressive, okay? Because if I'm down, I'm down. If I'm happy, I'm happy. I can't help it. I can't help the way I am. I'm very animated. And I consider you guys friends and family, so that's why I'm so comfortable talking about it. And I don't badmouth anybody. It's not my disposition to badmouth people, because I'm a firm believer in karma, that whatever you put out, you get back tenfold, my friends. So I'm a firm believer in that, and it's paid off with this channel, because you guys have been so good to me, Thank you, Tanya T, aka Sweet Merlot, for buying me this Switch that I'm playing the game on now. You folks have all been so generous, and sometimes I think about it and I wonder, why am I so lucky? What did I deserve to be your friends? And I'm so glad you love me, and I love you. I'm just a guy that pretends and sings songs, and I'm glad we're together. I miss being in a band, but I don't know anybody anymore. See, that's the hard part about it, my friends, is as you get older, your friendship circle shrinks and shrinks. Now, when I moved from Santa Fe to Albuquerque, my friend circle kind of disappeared, And, my one of my best friends, his phone's not working. And, it's a friend of mine who goes through phones constantly, and I have like 4 phone numbers on my phone, and I gotta wait for him to call me or do a 120-mile drive and go try to find him. And then my other best friend, Jessie, I've known her since 1977, and she lives like 80 miles from me now. So it's hard. I'm meeting people here in Albuquerque, but it's tough, It's tough. I'm getting friendlier with people at work, like Serge who's come to our streams, he's my boss. He's my supervisor, you know, and he's like 5 years older than my grandson, you know, and maybe 6. And that's the thing, my friends, you know, when I go to the game store, half the game store is like a little bit older than my grandson, you know. Usually where I go, I'm the oldest one in the crowd. I'm okay with it, you know, because I feel like an elder. I try to be a good example to people. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad you haven't got bored with me and left me. You know, because, you know, I've been playing Animal Crossing for 4 years now, my friends. A lot of people have moved on from Animal Crossing. I know some streamers that have moved on from Animal Crossing. And, you know, I won't. You know, I'll be the Animal Crossing guy until I can't breathe no more. I'm hoping I'm still streaming when the new Animal Crossing finally comes out. You know, I pray all the time and I thank God all the time that I got to be alive for another day. Because, you know, my number was up, my friends. My number was up and I was actually dead. And I saw them working on me. And now my health is all jacked up from that day, you know. And so I got a meeting with I got a phone meeting with Social Security in August, and I'm gonna try to see. I'm glad you found me too, Matt. I'm gonna try to see about retiring early, because, you know, I don't want to work myself into the grave. Okay, I don't want to work myself into the grave. I don't want to retire and be so sick where I can't enjoy myself. Now, the other day, my friends, I almost fell asleep on a stream. I think it was a member stream or something. Yep, you got it. I'm glad you guys found me. You know, and the streaming thing was by accident, my friends. You know, I played Animal Crossing hardcore, and I used to go to all the dream tours. I felt good about my island. I wanted to show it off. And then Dan from Crossing Minute came to my island, was gonna roast me, and he made a video about my golf course. And then I saw Chuck Troll, and he was streaming with his phone. I was going to Car H's island, and then before I started streaming, I had 2 different ladies who would bring their viewers to my island as part of their stream, you know. And so that's why I felt good about my island. So when I started streaming, that's because I was so sick, my friends. I was so sick that I was off work for a month. I lost 20 pounds, and they didn't know what was wrong with me, okay? They were testing me for cancer. They were testing me for leukemia. Dude, they were testing me for all kinds of things, okay? And it turned out it was my heart. It turned out that the reason why I'm so sick all the time is because of the heart damage I took when I flatlined, okay? So, and then the doctors told me there's nothing they can do, okay? I can't have no surgery, friends. There's no surgery for my problems, okay? No stents, nothing like that. There's nothing they can do. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're here, Louise. I'm glad you guys are here. And I'm glad we get to do this while. Yeah. So what it is I have an enlarged ventricle, which means the muscle wall is thicker. And then that's why my blood pressure, my friends, my blood pressure is like 93 over 65 at its best, okay? You know, it's really low. Yes, the crows. Yes, and I heard a crow the other day, at least I thought I did. I want my crows to come back. I miss them. I had them to the point where they're coming to my car and tapping on the window. If they didn't leave, I know I can hold one. I'm going to be holding a crow. Mark my words. It's going to happen. I'm going to be able to touch them and hold them. It's going to happen. I know what you meant, my friend. And then my valve doesn't close all the way. That's why I get really tired and dizzy, okay? And I work too hard. I work too hard, but I don't know how to slow down. I literally do not know how to slow down, my friends, even though I know it can kill me I don't know how to slow down. I try to, and I'm not able to. I grew up in a time where you work, work, work. I had a full-time job when I was 13 years old. You know, it's tough, my friends. It's hard, but I need to learn. It probably is, Matt. It probably is. That's what my blackouts are caused from, is because of my heart. So what happens is, so when you eat, your blood pressure drops, okay? Because your body is processing the food. So what happens is, when I eat, I get extremely tired. That's how we found out I had the problem when I passed out at a dinner party. And then twice at work, they had to take me out in an ambulance. Okay, so 3 times, my friend, 3 times I've been taken out of Walmart in an ambulance, okay? I gotta watch my crap, because I don't want to be taken out in an ambulance again, because then I can't go back and work. Because then I'll just have to quit work and stay home and stream every day and drive you guys crazy. Because that's what's going to happen. So when I start working less, I'm going to start streaming more. Not because it's going to be my full-time job, it's because that's what I'm going to do to keep myself from working myself to death. Hearts in the chat for Matt. Heart problems are nothing to mess around with, my friends. They're nothing to mess around with. You know, I smoked this vape, but I talked to my doctor about it first, because when the divorce started, I wanted to start smoking cigarettes again, okay? But there was no way my heart can handle cigarettes, okay? I used to smoke 2 packs a day, all right? And there's no way, so I talked to my doctor, and I said, hey, can I smoke a vape? You know, I'm going through all this emotional stuff. I need to be able to blow off steam. Cool, really? Wow. See, I'm the opposite, Louise. I have no blood pressure. So when I go to get blood taken out, they gotta take it out my fingertip, because I pass out. The last time I went to get blood taken out, I told the lady, now, if you look at my arm, you can see I got these big old veins, my friends, but they're filled with air. Once you put a needle in, they go flat. Yeah, so I talked to my doctor about this, you know. I don't do anything without talking to my doctor. Because I want to stay alive. Because I was this close to dying, my friends. And I want to stay alive a little bit longer. As long as God lets me. I got a job to do. And this is it right here. See, it's my job to be a lighthouse. It's my job to bring people joy, levity for a couple of hours. Because, you know, my friends, we all have problems, okay? We all have crosses to bear. We all have sadness in our lives. So this is like our clubhouse. This is the fun factory. This is where we get together and have fun and put our problems on the back burner and live in our pretend world that I bring all the problems into. It's important. It's important that we do this. And this is how I pay it back. This is how I'm paying it back to God. This is how I thank God for letting me live another day and another day, okay? And I try to bring joy, and I do good deeds, you know? I do, but I don't talk about the good stuff. I do because you shouldn't, you know? You should do, okay, you should do good things, not because somebody's watching you, because it's the right thing to do. That's when I had my heart attack, Matt. I was 40, 43, 41. I think I was like 42. I was 42 years old, bro, when I flatlined. Okay? You know, take care of yourself. You'll be okay. You know? Yeah, I hate taking blood. It takes them a while. And then the people fight me on it too. They say, "Oh, I know what I'm doing." So yeah. You know, I've already passed out twice. One time I passed out and they wanted to bill me, friends. They wanted to bill me, and I called them all angry, and say, hey, if you're gonna bill me, I'm gonna sue you. And they didn't bill me. Oh God, I love hummingbirds. Yeah, I drink a lot of liquids. More than just coffee. I drink a lot of herbal teas, a lot of ginger drinks, a lot of milk. I gotta drink, I gotta have 3 servings of dairy a day. I drink a lot of milk, my friends. And thank God my mom's still alive, and she just makes sure because I don't, sometimes I won't eat. I forget to eat, because I start working, start doing the chores right away. So thank God my mom's still alive, you know. You know, I love my mom so much. And, you know, and I'm glad that she helps me and I help her, you know. And I'm glad you guys help me. And I'm glad we're together, friends. You know, talk about like an amazing coincidence. You know, now what's totally okay, I told this story before, but what's totally ironic was like around 2009, 2008, my niece wanted to be a YouTube streamer and she wanted to play Minecraft. And I said, who watches people play games? Who does that? You know? And I told her, like, I was your typical boomer dad. Get a real job. Who's gonna watch you do that? Who watches people play games on YouTube? You know, blah, blah, blah. Little did I know. Okay, here I am. I did call my niece and I did apologize, okay? I did apologize to her about this. You know, now, I did encourage her to try to do it, but, you know, it just wasn't her thing, you know. You know, I love my niece. She's really good at the computer stuff, but she didn't have the charisma, you know. My niece is really shy, okay? My niece, she's really smart, but she's really shy. You know, she's really quiet. And I think that was really what kind of kept her channel from booming, because she had good bills, but she didn't talk a lot. You know, I'm the chatterbox in the family. Now, my brother's the same way. My brother can talk just as, when I call my brother on the phone, we'll be on the phone for 3 to 4 hours at a time, you know. Usually, when my earbuds die, that's when I know it's time for me and my bro to call it a night, you know. That's my little bro. That's my younger brother. He's the middle brother. My younger brother, Rob, he's the one that disappeared on the, oh God, of the 4th of July of all times. Shoot, that means I had my heart attack in October, friends. So, my brother was struggling with his kids. So, I moved from Oregon to California was supposed to be a temporary time to help my brother, okay? And so I was trying to help him get on the ground, help him, you know, get it together. And then we had 4th of July. That's the last time I saw my brother. I didn't think about that. That's why I'm sad today. Damn it. That is why I've been sad all day. I've been sad all day today, and I totally forgot. The last day I saw my brother was on 4th of July. Damn it. Damn it. We were blowing off fireworks. And then the next morning he was gone. And then we had to call the police. And then I remember a couple of days later, the police came with the picture of my brother, and he was at a supermarket, and he used the food stamp card for his kids to buy a bunch of food. And then I remember one of my co-workers saying he saw my brother at this campground. He could have swore it was him. And I remember me, him, and another friend of mine went to that campground, and damn, we searched for like 6-7 hours for my brother. And we never found him. And then, yeah. And then I had my niece and nephew for like about 2 years. And then I almost died. And then their grandparents had to take them on. And then I went back to New, and then I went to New Mexico. And then me and Linda got back together again. She lost track of me. Yep, I love hummingbirds. Sorry I got in on this sad stuff, my friend. Now I remember why I was sad today. Crazy. But yeah, life's a roller coaster. That's why I'm glad I'm alive. That's why I'm glad I'm alive, and that this is how I pay it back. Dude, I go on such rambling tangents. You know what? I am like that little clip of Grandpa Simpson talking about the onion. That's me, my friends. That is me. I'm sorry, Louise. That's not too long ago. Yeah, I am on such a tangent, my friends. I am all over the place. It's amazing I get anything done. It's amazing if you get anything done. Hey, Mama Cat, if you ever get pictures of the hummingbirds, you can always post them in the Discord under the fur babies, okay? You guys, we have the Discord, so, you know, it's there, thanks to the Mod Squad. So we have different sections where you can post the mental health, talk about what's bothering you, keep it safe for work, though, okay? And then also, you can post pictures of your pets, you can post gameplay stuff, you know. Yep, that's it. Same year, Louise. We're the same age, my friend. It's 1963 for me as well. Yep. In fact, I remember that bicentennial, you know, I was 13 years old, my friend. I was still in junior high school. I love the hummingbirds. Those guys are so neat. I love all animals. I really love animals in real life. I have a good rapport with animals. You know, I have that Dr. Doolittle thing going on where just, I guess it's the vibe I give off. Fireworks. I'm glad we get this time to sit and chat. You know, I know we do a lot of hanging out. You know, my friends, I have so many live streams. You know, the only time I've taken vacation from the live streams is when I've been sick. You know, and when I had to move. But, you know, I've been here 3 days a week for the last 4 years, my friends. I got like almost 900 live streams. We're close to 900 live streams. And it's been wonderful. And this is my retirement job. And I hope you guys keep coming back and keep coming back. And I hope I gave you guys a reason to come back. I'm so lucky. So lucky to have you all. Yep. Okay, let's get back to the game really quick. And we'll start saying our goodbyes, okay? I haven't eaten dinner yet. Got some barbecue in the refrigerator. So it was really nice. So at Walmart today, they had a big barbecue for us. So they made us hot dogs, hamburgers. They had all kinds of food for us, cake, you know. Yep. Oh, you're basically you're my little brother's age. You're my little brother's age, Mama Cat. You're my little brother's age. Yep. Oh no, actually you're 1 year older. Yeah. As you can see, I'm slowly getting this room cleaned up. I gotta sell a lot of stuff, okay? I got a lot of financial problems. I owe a lot of money. You know, we had to sell that house at a 90K loss, my friends. I'll be able to write it off on my taxes for the next couple of years. But, you know, I owe people money. Some people are okay with it and some aren't. So the ones that aren't, that's what I'm working on first, you know. So basically, out of the house money, I only kept $338, okay? Now, which was kind of crazy, you know. I got like 33K for that house. That was my share. That was my share after paying off the loans was 33K, and I only kept $338, and I went and saw Hart, and it was the best moment in my life. Best moment of my life. We all are, Mama Cat. But you know what? God doesn't give you a burden that you cannot handle. And you got friends, and we got each other. And you can be smart about your cash. Fortunately for me, I eat a lot of stuff from scratch because of my diet. I don't eat a lot of fast food. I used to spend $35 a week on Starbucks. I don't do that anymore. I save $140 doing that. Okay, yes. Yes, I will. I will, Grandma Shark. Hey, did you see what I posted that Discord thing? Oh yeah, let me say it again, my friends. Anybody who sent me a Discord message and I did not respond, I apologize. I had to ask one of the young guys at the game store yesterday for help in my Discord on how to find messages, okay? And so it was kind of embarrassing, but not embarrassing, you know. Good night, Nick Gamer. We're going to start wrapping it up. Let me get to the Animal Crossing part. I'm glad we got a chance to talk for like an hour. See, if you think about my friends, we played games for an hour and we talked for an hour, okay? That was really nice. We don't get to do that as much. With the webcam, I mean. I mean, we're always talking, but with the webcam, it's kind of nice. Okay, hold on. Shiloh, thank you for the cool things, my friend. Okay, hold on. Let me put this mouse down. Let me get the... Oh, dang it, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. I am glad you guys let me get to be a human being. I'm glad you guys love me with my faults and all. And that I can be myself, okay? Thank you for that. Out of everything you do, I am so appreciative that you accept me for me. That I don't have to pretend to be anything I'm not. Okay? I love you for that. That is one of the best things about this, that that we can pretend in Animal Crossing, but I don't have to pretend about me. The fireworks are increasing. It's probably a good thing that we're going to stop here really quick, because I need to hang out with my little dog now. I love you too, friends. Okay, let me get the keyboard up. Hold on. I gotta make sure I don't drop anything here. Bye, Naru. Okay, my friends. Hearts in the chat for the Mod Squad. I don't mind telling you the problems I have in my life, because it kind of reminds people that us YouTube streamers are human, and a lot of us do have a lot of problems in our life, and a lot of times we have to come online and be happy, because we know that us being happy is important to you, because you guys watch us so you can be happy, okay? And it's an important thing. You know, I'm glad to be I'm glad you guys are my friends. You know, it's taken a while, but we're getting stronger. I always believe in slow, steady growth. Oh, watch out, Mama Cat. Watch out for Nightbot. You only can have 2 emoticons. I should have warned you, my friend. I gotta figure out how to change it. It used to be worse. You could do 3 max, okay? Only 3 emoticons. I'm sorry, Mama Cat. I'm sorry. Only 3. Thank you, Crispy. Thank you, Angel Kitty. Thank you, Shiloh. My friends, these wonderful people that mod for myself and a lot of great people in our friend circle, these people are volunteers, okay? Unlike our friend who came in and tried to spam and try to job out, as an editor, which was totally uncool, these people do this for free, for love in the community, okay? Hearts in the chat for Poopy and Marie. We miss them. I always think of Donnie and Marie, and I always say Poopy and Marie. Please watch our friends that stream and create content. Please watch our friends that have a channel. That's better. I'm surprised we had this many people here tonight, being 4th of July. I was really expecting to be just me and the mods. But I can always count on you guys to be my friends. Now, rising tide raises all boats, my friend. Okay? And so when one person does good, we all do good. Like, for example, Stacy. She just hit 1,000 subs, last week? And that's amazing, my friends, because now that she's at 1,000 subs, she can get monetized. She can have all kinds of things happening for her channel. And she deserves it because of all the hard work. Being a YouTuber is hard, my friends. I thought it was going to be easy. It is not. It is not. It is so much work behind the scenes. Even though I stream 3 days, I'm working on the channel every day. But it's a labor of love. Happy birthday, America. Actually, I can't say America. Happy birthday, USA. Happy birthday, USA. Love you, friends. You guys, I want to thank you all for being here. This has been so nice. So, starting next week, Dinkum Tuesday, Disney Wednesday, Animal Crossing Saturdays, member stream on the 2nd and last Thursdays of the month. I'm going to be trying to bring in some other games in as well. I need to get some more videos made. I just don't have enough time in the day. But I do have enough time for these live streams and spending it with you, friends. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. It means the world, my friends. It means the world. Yep, be safe. Be safe, okay? Be safe, friends. Hey, bye for now, okay? Bye for now. And we'll see you on Tuesday. I'm gonna try to have a video out. I gotta knock out some videos really quick for the member section. Thank you for being members. Thank you for being members. It means a lot. That's how I pay my light bill, my friends. The membership money pays for my lights. Pays for the electric bill. Thank you for that. I love you all. I am so honored to call you all friends. I'm the luckiest man alive. You guys behave, Crispy. Thanks for being on target and taking care of that problem like that. Hearts in the chat for the mod squad. Hearts in the chat for the mod squad, okay? Without them, it would be all kinds of madness. It would be no fun. It would be no fun. I gotta go. I gotta go eat my hamburger and then keep my dog safe. You guys are awesome, friends. Guys are awesome. But you know that. You know that.